Well, greetings nerds! It's that time of the year. No, I'm not talking about April Fool's Day. By the way, happy April Fools! I'm talking about this drawing. That's the time of the year. Yes, I cannot wait to finish the drawing of KSI. This has been a fun, small roller coaster, British roller coaster, because KSI is British. So yeah, this is going to be the final part. I just can't wait to wrap this drawing up. We're not going to waste any more time here, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and finish the drawing of KSI. So I actually recorded just a day before April Fool's Day. The reason why is because I'm actually gonna head to my grandmother's home. I'm gonna visit my grandmother for some hours. I don't even know how many hours, but my grandmother is having a small taco party. It's gonna be me, my younger sister, and my mother. We're gonna spend time together. I'm gonna spend time with my grandmother, so it's gonna be quite the relaxing April Fool's Day and Friday. And I can't wait for the weekends because I just can't wait for the weekend because of WrestleMania. I'm gonna be watching WrestleMania. I'm looking forward to that. And the reason why I decided to record on March 31st, a day before April Fool's Day, is because I just don't want to record. I won't have time to record because what I just said, I'm gonna spend time with my grandmother. So that was it was a clever thing for me to record on an early day. And yes, indeed, I did record on March 31st of this year. This was before I had to go with my younger sister to her doctor appointment. Things went nice and well for her appointment. March 31st, man, it's a really interesting time because, well, March 31st of last year, 2021, Charmix decided to quit YouTube. At first, a lot of people, including me, thought it was just an April Fool's joke. You know how most people are when they supposedly quit YouTube, but apparently they would come back after a certain time. They would be like, "Hey guys, I just want to say I'm gonna be quitting YouTube." They would do that on April Fool's Day. Like, come on, who would fall for that? But regardless, Charmix quit YouTube on March 31st of last year, and I decided to start drawing Charmix. I really chose an awful time to start drawing Charmix. But I love how that drawing turned out. I really put so much effort to working on that drawing. And here we are, March 31st of this year, I am ending the drawing of KSI. So that is pretty crazy. I wonder if my grandmother is being really serious about the whole taco party thing. I wonder if she's actually doing it for April Fool's Day, Friday. I hope she's being for real. I hope she's not lying. What if it's an April Fool's joke? If it's an April Fool's joke, then, well, I am not gonna hate my grandmother for that, because she's my grandmother, she cares about me, and I care about her. I've been sending her gifts throughout the years. Okay, nerds, here's the finished drawing of KSI. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, nerds. I am not 100% impressed with this drawing. I don't hate it. I don't dislike it or anything. You'll see why I don't approve this drawing. I guess his hair is fine for the most part. I wish I added like a few highlights to his hair. This is actually his mohawk, because back then KSI used to have a mohawk, but now I think KSI has dreads. I love how I did the shading for the drawing. Forehead, his cheeks, the Adam's apple. I love how I did his Adam's apple and his cheeks, his ears, look kind of hideous to me. His eyes look like they came from a 6-year-old. I don't like how I did his eyes. It's not easy using oil pastels. His eyebrows look pretty good. I wouldn't say this drawing is one of the best drawings of a YouTuber. I would say it's good. It's good, but not the best. I thought his mouth looks decent, but his tongue, not so much, and his teeth, I felt like I could have done a little more work to his teeth. I felt like I rushed a little bit, but oh well. His nose, I love how I did his nose. Plenty of shading and plenty of highlights to this drawing. I think I'll give this drawing perhaps a 7.7 out of 10, or maybe a 7.8 out of 10. I do respect the shading and the highlights, and the oil pastel overall, it carried this drawing, but I'm gonna criticize his eyes, his ears, and a little bit of his hair. His hair, it's not really like very atrocious. I would say it's just okay. So those are a few things I'm gonna criticize about the drawing, and also his tongue and his teeth. They look like they came from a 6-year-old, and I feel like I disrespected KSI by doing a pretty atrocious or terrible drawing of him. It's not terrible, the drawing is not terrible or anything, it's just needs a little more work to a few details. So nerds, that is going to be the end of this video. Stay tuned for more content, and I hope this video was quite enjoyable to watch. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I love to connect with you nerds. And also, feel free to follow my Facebook page. So, I will catch each and every one of you nerds later.